Hello there. You join me this evening on a fairly bleak day. It's pouring down with rain. Hopefully the church bells will be starting shortly. But despite all that misery outside, we're nice and warm and cosy indoors. We've got our demonic candle. We've got a splendid ale here. Today we've got banana bread beer from the Eagle Brewery. It's just there, give that a little sip. Absolutely delicious. And on top of these wonderful things, we have a nice haul of books to look at too. What could be better? So without further ado, let's crack on. So I've already taken the trouble of extricating the various books from their packages, but I haven't had a look at them. I haven't opened any of them. So it will be a voyage of discovery between me and you, dear viewer. Anyway, let's crack on. So the first one here is our old friend, Van Vogt. Look at that lovely one. Ooh, it's quite an odd looking spaceship there. Some kind of nozzle arrangement here, perhaps cooling the engines. Who knows? So as ever, later on I'll be showing you the scans of the covers in slightly more detail. This camera is pretty crap, but look at that spine. It's been read. Lots of creasing there. I don't mind that at all. What is this? What is this? Is it English? I don't know. It looks like New England edition. I don't know. Okay, Pendulum. I'm going to read the blurb if you don't mind. Let's get into it. Sorry about the reflections. I can't get a good setup on this for some reason. Okay, he explained the effect. A deep tropical ocean, the surface warm. The lower layers, the bottom cold, utterly cold and still. No movement, no life. A desert. Then the pumping system. Warm surface water taken down. Convection begins. The warm moves upwards. Cold water flows in. The cycle is started. What the hell's going on here? A current that disturbs the bottom silt. Nutrients stir. The sea life cycle starts. Plankton, simple animals, complex, small fish, large fish. The other, interrupted, and life. Suspended. Preserved life, long kept inert in the utter cold. The utter stillness that stirs, moves up, reappears. We are not aliens. We are your ancestors. A civilization risen to reclaim our lost world. Your world till now, but ours once more. Okay, just one of 8 new stories, varied, witty, thoughtful, ironic, funny even, but above all, inventive. Science fiction at its best. Okay, so short stories here, I think, from Mr. Vogt. Hearken, the bells have begun. Okay, let's have a look here. There's some kind of folded pages. Look at that one, that's been very well folded there. Oh hell, I'm getting a whiff of this already. It's potent. Let's get to that in a moment. Otherwise, not bad condition. When was this? So 1982. First published in 78. Okay. Paper is that kind of rough, cheap stuff. But I like a bit of rough. I don't know about you. Anyway, you have a gander at the cover, and I'm going to sniff this devil. I'm already getting aromas lifting off it. It's potent. Pungent. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, this is a heady one to begin today. Okay, two aromas. First one is plastic. And the second one is tobacco. This has spent some time in a smoky room. Whew. Yeah, so there we are. There's the first one. I like that cover, actually. Lovely. Looks like it's an underwater escapade, that one. Okay, one down. So we've got 9 today. Right, next one. Okay, look at this fella. Farewell to Yesterday's Tomorrow. By the author of Rite of Passage, Alexei Panshin. I'm really sorry about this light source. It's bloody terrible, isn't it? Oh, there's an errant hair there. I don't know if it was mine or the previous owners. Okay, so, right, the spine's not too bad. Some creasing on it, but that's fine. Okay, we've got another kind of sea-themed one here, I'd say. And this is talking... Oh, no. Okay. No, it's talking about the author. Or is it? Yeah, and it... I have no idea what's going on there. These are just talking about the author, I think. The side of the book is very slightly stained. It's stained yellow on purpose. Okay, nothing going on inside here. Where's the copyright page, my dears? 1975 is the copyright I'm seeing there. Yeah, 1975. Although this one's 76, so it's quite an old book. Anything interesting inside? No. I'm not quite sure what this is about. Oh, it's a collection. Okay, it's a collection of short stories. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, let's dip in. Let's dip in, my dears. Oh, bloody hell. This is from the same batch. Might be from the cellar. Yeah, stale tobacco. And a raindrop. A tiny bit of petrichor going on in there. But nice condition, actually. Yeah. Not too bad. I'm going to have to angle it so you don't get this bastard light in the way. I've experimented with just having the one light source, but it's not enough light and it all goes grainy. Anyway, let's drink the liquid bread and push on. Now this cover looks bloody lovely. Look at this fella. Whoa. Okay, Knight of the Saucers. And we've got this wonderful illustration here with this young couple. He doesn't look that young. Perhaps father and daughter? I doubt it. They're having their hair pulled up by these flying saucers in the background. A metaphor, perhaps, for them being beamed up. The saucers landed on Earth. The Vexans infiltrated. Now they plan to blow up every bloody thing. Okay, this is by Eando Binder. Never heard of him or her. I'm not quite sure of the name. Spine is quite nice. It's this fairly muted turquoise colour, which is reflected on the back cover, where we have a fairly dubious stain here and potentially a burn mark. Looks like a cigarette's been left on there. It's burnt the end, perhaps. We also have this ancient price tag that someone's ripped off. Okay, let's read this. This is quite an old one. So in the UK, 25 pence. Okay, here we go. Alien intervention. It was Earth's darkest hour. Weak, backward, prey to attack. It could only be saved by the vigilantes. Sci-fi writer Fane Smith and his beautiful adored wife Merril had the task of discrediting UFO stories, but how could they after they ran up against a playboy monster who could only have been created by an alien race? Bloody hell, that sounds bonkers. I might read that one soon. But yeah, I quite like the cover. It's wonderfully retro. Okay, lovely. No written drawings or anything. When was this published? Tell me. To loan for labours beyond the call of duty. Right, there's no copyright page. What the hell's going on here? Well, this... it's in Roman numerals. And I have I can't decipher that. Someone here will know. That looks like a 12? No? Oh, fuck, I don't know. Anyway, it's old. Let me know how old this is. I don't know my Roman numerals very well, past 10. So there we are. Okay, otherwise, nice condition. I'm going to hazard a guess, just on the price alone, that we're dealing with a book from the 70s. I mean, that's my stab in the dark. Got a couple of pages turned over here, but that is purely by accident. There's no thought gone into that at all. If I put my head over there, it's slightly better. Look at that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Right, have a look at the cover and all its gory detail. And I'm going to stick my nose in the middle of it. There's a slight green... this could be from remaindered stock. There's a slight green line there. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, let's get in. Right, there's no smoke in this one. Oh, yeah. Wood. We've got wood back. I've got wood. Not really. Anyone heard of any of these books so far? I haven't, but I have heard of this one. Okay, so this is a book I've read before. Okay, The Fermata by Nicholson Baker. Now, I've read this once before. It was years ago now. I think my dad had it. I think he's found it in a charity bookshop. He's got his own copy, but I thought I'd get my own. So I ordered this recently, just off eBay, private seller. So this, loosely termed, is science fiction. Although, as you can see from here, the funniest book about sex ever written, it is a slightly saucy number. If I remember rightly, it's about a young man, I think, who discovers a way of pausing time, and he gets up to all kinds of mischief in a very dodgy way, as you can probably imagine. Interestingly, the cover references a part of the book, I think, a photocopy of a photograph or something like that. So we have this looks like a pen mark on this young woman's belly. That's actually part of the cover design. And it's also made it look older than it is. So this kind of white line here, it's all supposed to be, yeah, there we are. So it looks like it's been photocopied. So it's all part of the aesthetic, because it's not that old. Lots of nakedness, quite a few surprises. His novels have the brazen, daring timidity of love letters you know you'll never post. Okay, there we are. Right, here we are. We've got a little, okay, here we are. Arno Strine, a modest temporary typist, has perfected the knack of stopping time in its tracks and taking women's clothes off. He is hard at work on his autobiography, The Fermata, which proves in the telling to be a provocative, very funny and altogether morally confused piece of work. Morally confused really sums it up nicely. But I remember quite enjoying it, not just because of the titillation. It is quite an interesting read. Okay, the pages here have got that kind of mottled yellow look, as though it's fossilized sick or some kind of sputum. Inside, everything appears to be above board. Yep, all tickety-boo. But yeah, the first and last pages have this strange mottled yellow, relatively unpleasant look about them. Hopefully it's not due to bodily fluids being expended during the reading. Hello? Look at this. Okay, we found something. Sam, happy 24th. Robin, I think that is. Okay. Robin gave Sam the Fermata. Lovely. I wonder what Sam thought of it. Anyway, I'll probably review it at some point if I read it this year. But until then, take a gander at that cover. I'm not going to stick my nose in here. Ooh. Well, I'll be darned. This doesn't happen very often. I'm just going to neutralise my sniffers a minute. I was drawing a blank then, but it's back now. A splinter of wood, but it's wood. But interestingly, I've got a feeling, I mean, I really liked this cover at the time. Not because there's a young lady on the front, but I like the pseudo-vintage look. So I didn't look at the copyright page, did I? But this is 1994. There's no, I mean, this has been made to look old. And it's done quite successfully, I would say. I mean, it does look vintage. It even says here, vintage classic. I don't know if, I'm sure that's probably part of the design as well. But who knows? Anyway, there we are. There's the Fermata. Anyone read that? I've got another one of his books somewhere. It's called The House of Holes. It's completely bonkers. And it's full of, well, sexual stuff. Anyway. It's going down a treat. Demonic candle's almost gone out. It's sensing evil, but hopefully not from this direction. we have got Patrick Dearen's Starlight to Faroul. Okay, this is a lovely design on here. Again, we've got that bastard light in the way again. Anyway, I'll stick my head in the way. Okay, that's quite nice. The spine, it has been red. It's been red. Lovely. Oh, hello. I've got a price here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so anyone from the UK will recognise this. This was purchased at Woolworths for 27 pence. Woolworths was a department store of sorts. They had a very good pick and mix section, but they went into administration about 20 years ago or so. Maybe not quite as far as that, but there we are. This has got a very long blurb, so I'm not going to bother reading it, but who knows what this is about? If you've read it, let me know. Hello, look at this. Don't normally get this in the backs of books. There's little reproductions, and this one's about Hitler by the looks of it. Hopefully an alternate history, science fiction wise. Yeah, I've got a few of them. Look at that. The Scene, The Last Nazi. We've got a lot of Nazi stuff going on here. What's going on here? Okay. Yeah, it all looks tickety-boo. It looks quite recent. Hello, what's this? Got various... Look at this numbery jargon in the front there. Who knows what that's about? Okay. Patrick Dearen, never heard of him. Okay, this is 1980. Yeah, so 40 years old, over 40 years old. Ah, this has remained in stock. So we got this red line across the top. Okay, yeah, some yellowing here. Just in this one corner. Perhaps it's been lying in a puddle of piss. Hopefully not. Okay, let's dive in. Check out that cover. It's a beauty. I quite like it. There's a childish quality to it, but rendered really nicely. But yeah, fanciful. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh. It's definitely wood, but walnut shell. I think we've had that before. There's a nuttiness to this one. Oh, tiny bit of exhaust fumes. Perhaps diesel. God knows where that's come from. Come on, satanic candle, what are you doing? Should probably say some words to get him back. Yeah, he's coming back now. Okay, let's get a bit more beer. Okay, next. Hello. Now this one's in very nice condition. Okay, this is the Space-Time Journal. Really like this design. Kind of blocks of land that aren't conforming to the rules or the laws of physics. I don't know what's going on here. I guess this is space or something. I don't know. But yeah, quite like that. So first British publication of dazzling sci-fi anthology. So it's a Panther publication. Spine looks okay. It's been read, but I don't mind that at all. Okay, so look who we've got in this little band. We've got Brian Aldiss, J.G. Ballard. Absolutely love Ballard. I haven't reviewed any of his on this channel before. I might reread some just to do some. Keith Roberts, I don't know. Langdon Jones, I don't know. Chris Priest, absolutely love. Hilary Bailey, I don't know. David Mason, I think I've heard of him, but never read anything. 30 pence, late 70s, perhaps. Let's have a look in here. It's all above board. Okay, so these copyrights all seem to reference the original publication of the book, the short stories, although, yeah, 72. Okay, so early 70s for this publication. It all looks fine to me. I mean, there's no banknotes in here, which is a bit of a shame. Got an interesting texture on there. If we pull back the pages, there's a kind of grain to them. I don't think you can see it. Yeah, there's a slight grain there. Who knows what that's going on? What's going on there? Anyway, check out that cover. See if we can work out what's going on. I'm going to stick my nose. Hello, wait a second. Wait a minute. Oh, we just got an illustration inside. Look at this. The silver needle. I thought I said the silver nipple then. Sorry, this is becoming a very sexy episode. We've got a young lady here. Is there any other illustrations? No, I think that might be the only one. Looks like a woodblock print, but I don't think it is. No, it isn't. No, it's got this speech bubble there. It would be almost impossible to render that in a woodblock. You wouldn't want to do it. It also reminds me of those illustrations from the film The Ninth Gate, that Johnny Depp film, where he's got that book with illustrations reputedly done by the devil. A little bit like that. Anyway, let's sniff it. I'll sniff that illustration, actually. Let's get to the source. Okay, here we go. Oh. Okay, yeah. Oh, a lovely mixture, actually. That's wood and tobacco. The holy double, if you will. Oh, this ale is going down really nicely. It's very subtly banana-y, but just enough. I could take or leave a banana, especially if it goes overripe and just fuck off, but this is just right. Anyway, we're not reviewing banana ales here. We've got another Van Vogt here. Okay, the Anarchistic Colossus. Look at that. What's going on there? This chap, he looks a bit like Darth Vader from Return of the Jedi when his helmet came off and you saw that he was actually a middle-aged man, balding middle-aged man with very intense crow's feet. That image stuck in my head as a child. I thought it was quite scary. Okay, yeah, some creasing here. It's not too bad. We've got some same old on the spine, but that's all right. Okay. Just do a little bit of the blurb. It takes place in a future Earth where anarchy has become a way of life. It is, however, a very special brand of anarchy. One that is controlled by the mysterious Kirlian computers, and one that must deal with a race of aliens who look upon the conquest of Earth as a part of a very entertaining game. A great new novel by the author of The Weapon Shop, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Anyone heard of that one? I mean, I've got so many Van Vogt books now, you wouldn't believe. I've only read, what is it, one of them? No, two of them, maybe? I don't know. There's something I saw then. My beady eye saw something. No, it's a figment of my imagination. Okay, nothing untoward inside here. 1977. Okay, 2 years older than me, so this one is 45 years old. Lovely. A very tiny little mark on the top. I don't know if that's remained in stock or not. Perhaps someone was just racing through them and only managed to get halfway across, because there is a tiny ridge on the equator there, so maybe it stopped there daubing. Anyway, check out the cover. Looks a little bit like Elvis Presley's eyes, actually. And I will sniff the hell out of this. There's a little... No, it doesn't matter. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, well, this is a distinctly different one. Oh. Leaf. Decomposed leaf. Smells slightly rotten. Oh, yeah, don't know about that one. Hell. Okay, 2 left to go. This one looks an absolute beauty. Okay, so this is part of the Master SF series, New English Library Edition. Someone, I can't remember who it was now, but someone in the comments told me about this series. We've got the kind of foil glittery SF logo here. So I went on eBay and straight away and ordered this copy just because it was of that series. And I just love this cover. Mission of Gravity by Clement. Yes, really nice. Very robust spine there. Very pleasingly perpendicular to the rest of the book. It has been read, but very nicely preserved. Just one single crease down the middle. Okay, that's from the bookseller, I think, putting that on there. I'll have to hoik that off at some point. Edited by Brian Aldous and Harry Harrison. Is this part of a series or what? Not quite sure. Anyway, someone previously had scraped off the price, the UK price, so perhaps a gift back in the day. This is remaindered stock. Look at this. So we're used to seeing that kind of groove, but once again, it hasn't penetrated right to the end of the book. It's only made it, well, a third of the way through. Interesting. Okay, what have we got here? It all looks lovely. Yes, very nice condition. Great big in pencil, 60 pence. So this was in a charity shop at some point, perhaps, or a bookshop. So this is from 1976, this edition. Yeah, so 3 years older than me, makes it 46. Yeah, nice condition for all of that. It's got the remaindered groove. I'll hoik that off, but otherwise quite nice. Minimal, just a little bit of bleaching on the spine. But anyway, you all want to know what it smells of, don't you? So whilst you cast your eyes over the cover, I'm going to dip in. Whew. Very subtle. Yeah, subtle. Wood. Lots of wood going on here. Okay, last but not least. Right, this one. This was recommended to me. Well, not me specifically, but this is from a video review from the Sci-Fi Shed. I'll put a link down below. If you're interested in the kind of stuff I do, please check out his stuff, because he really knows what he's talking about. I kind of bimble my way through it, but yeah, he knows what he's doing. This chap recommended this, Redshirts by John Scalzi. Hugo Award winning. Now, I don't know much about it. I listened to his review, but I don't remember exactly what it's about, but its kind of genesis is derived in the kind of the old science fiction series like Star Trek specifically. So Red Shirts, I think, is referencing the kind of shirts they wear. And I think based on the idea of, you know, you'd get kind of bit parts within the series. They'd go on down on the planet and they were always the ones that died first. I think it's kind of about that. Okay, so Ensign Andrew Dahl has just been assigned to the flagship Universal Union capital ship Intrepid. It's a prestige posting and life couldn't be better, although there are a few strange things going on. Every away mission involves a lethal confrontation with alien forces. The ship's captain, its chief science officer, and the handsome Lieutenant Kerensky always survive these encounters. At least one low-ranked crew member is sadly always killed. Suddenly, it's less surprising how much energy is expended below decks on avoiding, at all costs, being assigned an away mission. Andrew's fate may have been sealed until he stumbles on a piece of information that changes everything and offers him and his fellow red shirts a crazy high-risk chance to save their own lives. Interesting, yeah, so it's playing with that idea, isn't it? Those expendable actors that end up dying in gruesome ways, whilst Kirk and Spock and the like return unscathed. So a satire, I suppose, based on that, seems to be. All nice inside, nice condition. So this is relatively recent. Okay, so 2012. Well, this edition is 2013. So I'm not sure when he won the Hugo for this, but in or around that time. Okay, yeah. Right, one more thing to do, of course. We need to dip into this fella. So you can look at the cover. It's quite good in a way. It's quite simple. But anyway, let's get in here. Oh, bloody hell! Wait a minute. I don't know what that is. That was. It's a fragrance. No, it's glue. So glue. But freshly broken soil, for sure. That's what it is, freshly broken soil. So What's that smell? Similar to petrichor, but it's humus, whatever. Okay, there we are. Thank you for watching if you have. I've got some other books to show at another point, but I'm waiting until I get a few more to complete that little collection. It'll be a nice little sniffing session and just general perusal. But yeah, we'll leave it there for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you've read any of these, or if you can recommend any of them, please let me know, and I'll add them to my ever-growing to-be-read list. But anyway, cheerio. I'm going to enjoy this beer. Bastard candle. Too much juice in you, haven't you, bugger? Stick him down again. Need to chop the top off.